And I made every effort, including calling the Minister of Foreign Affairs, which he bluntly, as the gods in Abuja, they don't pick calls. They don't respond to you. They're not open to ideas to any Nigerians. They're not serving us. That is the honest truth. And then we'll come back to ask ourselves, why we're not getting yielding results in everything we do, when it is all a mere skimmish ideas. Because you could see that the minister himself seems to be a hand tight. If he could not address the nation after the meeting with the ambassador who actually made a mockery of them. It was a mockery of Nigerians. If you could tell Nigerians in front of us that what we're seeing is a mere delusion.
Sporadic.
The first thing you would have done, first of all, that the ambassador and the entire South Africans within the embassy should have been deported immediately this morning.
That would have
and
been
then recall our
enough.
ambassador, send in more policemen and NIA intelligences to protect our embassies so that Nigerians that are in distress and have issues will come to the embassies and they're rescued.
Let me ask you about the reprisals. We saw some videos that there were reprisals in South Africa. Nigerians taking up stakes also and say, if you want to loot my shop, we're going to have a fight. Those videos went round and it looks like people were fighting
because the South African police failed to protect them and their property.
In all fairness, the South African police are doing something, but it may not be that meaningful. We have some videos at our center now, which shows that South African police actually shot some South Africans who were seen looting, the shops, even when they have dropped the things they were carrying. We have those videos in our possession.
Mr. Bobby Moro also said that about 70 people have been arrested. 70 South Africans.
A lot of them, and that's because the president has come hard and said and made a pronouncement. That is what we need.
But that's another thing.
This should have happened
even the South African
from the
president
beginning.
didn't come out early enough to condemn the attacks.
No, initially, South Africa has a very flexible judicial system. That is one of the biggest problems, I think, that is facing with most of the cases. We have so many gruesome happenings, especially in South Africa, that our Nigerian government have kept quiet about.
Is flexible?
Just recently, we had a situation where about 8 policemen took a Nigerian and beat him to death in front of the wife and children. He's married to a South African. He's living in South Africa legally. He owns and runs a business, which is breakfast and so-called, which is legitimate business. And they couldn't find anything incriminating on him. He'll be buried on the 7th. We are following up with all these matters. But what is even most interesting is that South Africans are now coming out, to support Nigerians. I say, no. You're beating the wrong horse with the wrong whip.
That's right.
You understand? These
direct
are
the questions to the government.
And do not forget that we have many Nigerians that are also South African citizens by now, by nationalization there. And a lot is happening because our government are playing deaf ears.
Let's get to the phone lines. We have loads of comments. I'm not sure we can read all of them, but we'll try to squeeze them in. Remember to please keep your comments to 30 seconds. Here are the numbers now.
Call us on 01-277-0993, 01-277-1993, 01-277-2993, and 01-277-3993. This is Nigeria Info. We are listening.
This is Nigeria Info. We are listening. We've dedicated the first number 012770993 to female callers.
If you're not a female, please don't call.
Check yourself. Be sure you're a female before you dial that number. Is it from Aja sent out photos of cars that were smashed, windscreen smashed in traffic yesterday here in Lagos. Thank you for that update. South African companies set up businesses in Nigeria and employ Nigerians to work. Our own people go to South Africa to set up shops manned by only the shop owners. The kind of cash and carry business we do in Nigeria does not reduce unemployment in South Africa. Let us wake up to this message. You didn't leave your name on this one. This is coming in from WhatsApp. Please include your names or I wouldn't be able to read your message. Didi from Festac says, about the person who was shot, a picture was posted online about his lifeless body. He was shot in the back by police. According to a report, he was lying on his back in a pool of his blood, but there wasn't any sign of any entry wound in his front. The one at Lekki. Yeah, thank you for that. Bayo from Surulere says there is no concrete or decisive measure taken by government nor suggested by anybody on how to end these xenophobic attacks because South Africa interests here are franchises and high technology related businesses. Reciprocity cannot work. That's what he says.
Let's go to the phone lines right now. Austin in Surulere is here with us. Austin, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Sherry.
Good morning.
And good morning, everybody in the studio.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it is obvious that the South African government is not doing enough. And even the statement by the president of South Africa is tongue-in-cheek. And even the interview that Wemimo had with the ambassador shows that there's no commitment anywhere. It's not enough for you to tell us that this is not xenophobic. How can you say that? It's like deny the obvious. And for Wemimo to be trying to go along with what they said, because the man said so, it's not enough. We are intelligent. We have followed up with what has been happening. So try to, go along with the man. It's just like a thief.
All right.
Who came out and put a statement forward that he was not the one that stole it. Is there enough for us to believe the thief?
Austin, message received sound and clear.
Thank you.
Christopher from Surulere is here. Christopher, good morning to you.
Please take 30 seconds. We don't have so much time. Good morning, Caleb.
Yeah.
Christopher. Yeah. Morning.
Rotimi, I've been telling you, you've been preferring solutions. Look at our guest, the man who spoke now. He called the Minister of Foreign Affairs. He didn't say anything. He couldn't pick his call. Even Abeka Dabiri, I've been watching her on television.
We sent him a press release urging Nigerians to go about and don't disrupt the business activities.
Yeah. I always tell Sarotimi, I ask you that question. To be a good leader, you have to be a good listener, right? You and this man in the studio, just this morning alone, can solve the problem of what is happening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. On WhatsApp, we have a message from Caleb reaching us from K2. He says, the spate of attacks is quite unfortunate. South Africans are suffering from post-appetite traumatic stress disorder. There is, however, need for a government.
A new one.
Right. Well, rightly put, I believe. There is, however, need. Yes, it is true. Yeah. There is need for our government to make sure the socio-economic lives of the masses of the Nigerian people is greatly improved. Then we can regain our respect in the international scene. From Facebook, Adaraniwo Josi Olawale says, I condemn this act in totality, but it's also a call to Nigerian government to make Nigeria attractive for Nigerians to stay home, because if Nigerians in South Africa is estimated to be about 800,000, hardly would you find 100,000 South Africans living and making a living in Nigeria. Modi Kainde also from Facebook says, here in Nigeria, our security operatives are protecting South African citizens and their property, while their government failed to do the same.
All right. Samuel is on the line. Samuel, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Jerry.
Good morning. You have 30 seconds, Samuel. Please go on ahead.
Yeah. You see, it is the failure of our government, I'm telling you. You can't do that to America's citizens. I think the next day your country is boiling already. Good morning.
Good morning, Samuel.
We asked it to be brief, and that was brief. Let's head back to WhatsApp. I can't read all the messages. I'll try to keep up. Good morning. Read one from Ebute Meta here. It says, in as much as I don't support violence, I don't care attitude being showed by the two governments has paved the way for both the citizens and foreigners to protect and retaliate. Okay, back to the fence.
Yes, Benga is here from Badagry. Benga, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Benga, first of all, how is the atmosphere in Badagry like?
Well, it's peaceful.
Okay, good. Go on ahead now.
Concerning the ownership of South African businesses, I think it's an insult for them to still retain the logo of South African businesses. You know, you cannot display Pacific Nazi sign in Israel. So it's a reminder, whenever we see the logo, the franchises of the South African businesses, it reminds us of the death of our innocent ones. The innocent Nigerians killed in South Africa. It's a reminder, it's a sad reminder of how the majority of our women that are widows, they are killing us there. I have relations that have been killed there. So it's always, when we see their brands, it's a reminder of the innocent people that have been killed there. So let them drop the logo and use another one.
All right. Fatima is here. Let's quickly have Fatima on the line. Fatima, good morning to you.
Good morning. This is Fatima calling from Agege.
Good to have
Welcome.
The problem with Nigerians is that our governments are not really interested. They are not interested in Nigeria. So I think the best thing that we should do is if we send all the companies of South Africa away. That is the best thing.
All right,
we should do what? We should send.
We should send them back.
Send all the companies of the South Africa away from Nigeria.
All their companies. It wouldn't work. It's not that simple.
It's not necessary.
It's not that simple.
What we need to insist is that the South African government should arrest and try anybody that attacks Nigerians or any other person that is not South African. If the South African government does that, arrest, try, if found guilty, sentence, and then deploy police to protect the the people
it
and
sends
their
the message
property.
clearly. Tunji Andrews will be talking about the business side, so you see that it's not very simple to say
Right.
pack up and go. He was talking about that at 9 o'clock on Twitter. Joy Forever says things are turning out of hand. I blame the South African government for not arresting the situation on time. Also, our federal government needs to be proactive to stop the looting.
Right. Let's check who is here. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
But you're calling a
Good
female line.
Why are you doing that?
Yes. Oh, wow. He left before I could even say anything.
Are you female? Make sure you check yourself. If you're not female, don't call that line. Okay. If Funaya Ikwene on Facebook says we should have reacted to the comment saying South Africans employ Nigerians and Nigerians only employ themselves. I don't quite understand you. Robert on WhatsApp says I'm not too happy. Oh. Okay, sorry about that. It says the problem in South Africa is failure of our government to provide for our citizens. How many South Africans are looking for jobs here? Okay, and it's going on.
Yeah, Peter from Pangrove is here. Very quickly, let's take Peter. Hello, good morning to you, Peter.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Peter from Pangrove.
Welcome.
Yes, I'm not happy with what is happening at all. I think first, I don't think Nigeria sending a delegation to go to South Africa. For me, it's a waste of our public funds. Nigerian government is supposed to give a strong statement to South Africa that, look, this killing must stop. And if it does not stop, this is what we are going to do, and this is the consequences. I see our president visiting that country, wasting our public funds. For me, that is unnecessary. You know, and I see that South African government too, their police are not doing enough to protect our citizens there. How can they be there? We are seeing video where they are looting Nigerian properties and other African countries, and nothing is being done with their police. Just yesterday, our people were protesting here. Our own police went and killed and protesters. You know, I
Thank you so much.
That in South Africa.
Thank you so much. Let's take a final comment from WhatsApp. This is coming in from Prince. He says, if we destroy any South African company or property here, it is Nigerian insurance companies that will still pay for them. Nigerians will be the ones to be jobless. In all, it's a lose situation for us and a win for South Africa. That's from Prince on WhatsApp. We have to go now, people. The conversation continues after this break with Tunji Andrews. He'll be talking to you about the business angle and how these companies would be affected, and also how Nigerians could be affected. We must thank Rotimi Sankore for being here, as well as Oji Alexander from the Center for Protection of Nigerians in Diaspora. If you want to listen to that conversation with the South African ambassador, it's up on all of our social media handles. Mr. Bobby Monroe. Go over to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You find them there. We must go now.
If you are protesting, please be peaceful.
Be peaceful. You can protest. You can take placards.
But don't attack
violence.
South Africans.
No.
Don't attack foreigners. Don't attack people's businesses.
Just make your point and go back home.
Just make your point, calling for justice.
Right.
Yeah, and go back home.
Yeah.
All right, people. Big thanks to Tosin Akinride, Yvonne Ohefo, and also Zainab Yakin for assisting. I'm Wemimo Adewuni.
And I'm Sheriff Quadry.
Let's keep talking on social media. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.